She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her. Top Petty, you know I be on that. Standing on like a floor mat. They keep trying to reach me, cause they know that I never call back. Throw it back on her BD. Just know he caught that. Hating, I gotta ignore that. He's a like bro to store at. Top facing, don't ask me to. If we beefing, don't ask me to. In the party, them clappers is clapping. In the party, them slappers is slapping. Ice on the beat, I be skating. I'm pretty, I look like a painting. With a baddie and she looking. Cause the money amazing. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
Come do it for me. T, I'm from TX. Shorty, she come from the BX. Ice in the flame and I need it. You might get a car and it's keyless. Topless, no B6. I'm out in New York, I'm at Sailors. You might get you more if you say less. I'm cooking a wave afloat. They watching my moves remote. Ooh, we bought us some. That's $10 in the sellers to Knicks. Like the Flow Jane and Brussels one trip, man.
She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
You never forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the try and get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. I ended up with a sight quack, and it's my trauma to try and unpack. So breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel, you'll heal, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. Randall, good. And the regular season is almost over, Doris. What are you honed in on tonight?
I think, Brian, whether we're talking about pre-All-Star break where things can get a little wonky or maybe the start of the season, to me, the best teams, regardless of the time of the year it is, they are focused on staying true to their habits and remaining competitively tough. Because I don't care if you're playing guys outside the rotation that are normal. Those guys have got to bring great effort. The standard should be met nightly regardless of the circumstance.
That's his first.
A great job to establish position and square up.
And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Maxey. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Outside, DiVincenzo. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Grimes, following the score by Minnesota. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Maxey. The three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota with the ball. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool. What's up?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Here's Grimes. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. They get it again. Back to Embiid. Outside Maxey. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Philadelphia with another miss. And the Timberwolves with possession. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And the 76ers call time here. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
The Sixers trailing. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Drummond. Here's Yabusele. McDaniels covering. Fast break, Minnesota. Throws it up high. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Here's Drummond. Reed with the rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Good work there as it goes.
How about that handle? The dribble drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
And Edwards slams it in.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Edwards, no good.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Out to the right wing. And here's Butler outside. Reed with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions. Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Trailing by 2. .30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to Oubre. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the night. DiVincenzo, no good on the free throw. And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Mike Conley.
Right side Reed to the right side. And here's Conley. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Fires for three. And the three-pointer goes. For three, Maxey. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead.
Your
leading by
76ers 10. The Timberwolves 15.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Minnesota.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Daniels. DiVincenzo with it. 4 on the clock. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's his first.
Kelly Oubre picks one up.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality. Does a nice job drawing contact.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
The shot by Conley, no good. 76ers trail by 5. Here's George. Pass to McCain. George outside. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
In 2 games last season, they had a hard time against this team, both at home and on the road.
You know, they may have lost some confidence coming off those losses last year. They know their roster is similarly talented. You wonder if that provides extra motivation in this matchup this season.
And here's Butler outside. And another miss by Philadelphia. To the wing, right side. The open shot, Randall. The rebound by Yabusele.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Philadelphia with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
From outside the arc. Butler, that's good. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
And the free throw, no good. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
The kick out to Conley. Outside Edwards. Tries again. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
The line for the Timberwolves.
And he makes a first.
Anthony Edwards.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. Three-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Substitution on the court.
76ers trail by 10. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
Shooting for Minnesota.
Yeah, they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
At the line
and that one misses.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Right wing. Randall inside. He's got 5. Here's Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
And Gobert with the stuff.
We always know this has been the strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
To the paint. Embiid. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Reed for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
And Embiid throws it down.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Rudy Gobert.
Basket's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Timberwolves lead by 11. Randall with it. Now guarded by Butler. Randall left side. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. And so it's Embiid with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Edwards. Driving to the basket. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line here. That one's no good. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Second chance effort. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
They grab their own miss. The kick out to Maxey. Back to Oubre. He got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
With the score,
that'll do.
Your 76ers, 22. The Timberwolves.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. 76ers trail by 12. Oubre on the wing. Stolen by Reed. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Assist from
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
George for 3. They get the rebound to the left wing. Outside Maxey. And here's Oubre from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. The free throw drops for Conley.
taking 2 shots.
I think Mike Conley historically will always be part of the grit and grind mentality where he spent his career in Memphis. But this guy's skill set allows him to fit in with any organization.
So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 16-point game. And here's Oubre from the arc. Fires in the triple. Oubre's got 6.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Now Philadelphia with it. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, this is an area of his game that he has stepped up from his entry point into the league. Kelly Oubre is got to be taken seriously from downtown right now. I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Pass to George. And here's Oubre. 4-3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 10.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Oubre can't hit.
Excellent job of closing out on that 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Back to Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. From deep, Conley. He drops it from range. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
And Philadelphia calls time here. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your 76ers youth.
76ers trail by 12. Pass to Bona. Stolen by Reed. In transition, here they come. He launches a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
Sixers trail by 17. Out to Oubre. Over to the left wing. Maxey on the wing. Back to Oubre. Will it go? And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
This guy just plays with such rhythm and timing. Kelly Oubre knows how to get himself going on the offensive end.
Paul George pulls down the board.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Oubre on the wing. Here's Embiid. Out to Oubre. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Now Edwards. 12 points for him. And they double up Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For 3, George. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Seconds left to play in the third quarter here. It's Edwards on the wing. Consistent production from him, averaging around 27.5 points a game. DiVincenzo can't hit. Here's Oubre. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him.
And so 76ers 40. The Timberwolves 40.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And Minnesota calls time here. And I'm sure the players will be staying hydrated with some Gatorade during this timeout. It's so important that they maximize their ability to recharge during a short break like this. Send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Garza. From deep, Conley. It's hauled in by Oubre. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 8. Here's Grimes. Back to George. Tipped. Conley looking for an opening. For 3, DiVincenzo. He buries it from 3.
3-point.
And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Kept alive. Kicks it to George. And here's Oubre from the arc. Philadelphia with another miss. Down low. Left side, Alexander Walker. Paul George pulls it in.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Philadelphia, the rebound. Pass to Grimes. Clock at 6. Outside Oubre. Takes it inside. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Minnesota ball.
And Philadelphia making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
The Timberwolves lead by 11. Here's Garza. Now here's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Alexander Walker. On target from range.
Alexander Walker.
Alexander Walker's
looking for your touch so very much that I need when you're around me. The way you make me feel, the way your love is real. Oh no, no, my darling, me, my darling. It touched my bed, so I know that I got you, baby. Oh, and I'm all over. The love is just the day I found you. Man, I do it my baby over. I'll love you over and over.
Make a bad girl whine it. If you want to chop me, I decline it. The body stay hot in the behind it. Put down the beat and rewind it. Whine it. Your man ring down my phone. That the boy can't left me alone. Chat to me back, bad man can't try it. These can't see me one. My man never act right, them my distraction. Sim me get a ride, and maybe my bump wide. Them bad man slide on the rhythm man.
Life shall not. Stay cool, keep my hand on the phone on the way up on the way up on the chair. Replay, no, walk up the place. Hot girl, don't know, back up the place.
Make a bad girl whine it. If you want to chop me, I decline it. The body stay hot in the behind it. Put down the beat and rewind it. Whine it. Your man ring down your phone. That the boy can't let me alone. Chat to me back, bad man girl try it. Things get wrong.
For the girl who on a Friday, for the girl take the pan a Tuesday, for the goon them a move. Bambi and herb them on the what?
Me need a woman who know fi why not. Me need a woman who know fi why them a bring me like why have the money if you fly? Guys are the way and the reason. One thought it up the dog and the demon. Knife shot what?
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the New York Knicks. And the shot is good by Garland.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize. But I love his aggressiveness.
Here's Frazier. Pass to DeBusschere. Clock at 6. Here's Barnett. Jackson with room to fire. The rebound by Allen.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Here's Garland. And the layup is good off the glass.
starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And Jackson gets double-teamed. Here's Barnett. The shot, no good. Garland looking around. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
To the middle. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Frazier. The Cavaliers pull it in. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Cleveland. Inside to stop the drought. Frazier with the bucket.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Outside Strus. Nails it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Frazier. Pass to Lucas. Here's Barnett. Lets it go from 14. Out to the right wing.
Cleveland foul.
And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
Ty Jerome. 2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Frazier. 5 on the clock. Jerome grabs the miss.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Tipped away. Pass to Lucas. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Allen. First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your Knicks, Jerry Lucas. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And so he hits both. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter here. Here's Jerome. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
New York ball.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Knicks head coach had a few moments to share with me. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Lucas. To the inside. Down low. Here's Jackson.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Hunter. Defended by Jackson. Back to Hunter. For 3. Here we go, 1-on-1. Pass to Frazier. And there's a 3-second violation.
2 seconds. The ball goes to Cleveland.
And Cleveland has possession. It's a three-point game.
Evan
Yes,
Mobley.
it's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And stolen by Mobley. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
With the score,
Cleveland on top.
Your next.
They're up by 5.
8.
And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Reed, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here he goes. Outside Hunter. Pass to Okoro. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hunter. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. The 17-footer. The Knicks pull it in.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Frazier. Back to Reed. Pulls it. They get the rebound. Releases from the wing and drills it. Reed's got his first points of the game. Cleveland leading by 3. Outside Strus. Outside Garland.
Yeah, defenses have to respect the ability to score. Garland wins that battle with a little pump fake.
First team foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Pass to Frazier, to the paint. Here's Reed.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Ryan, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Here's Barnett. No points so far. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Allen with the range and the length to block shots anywhere on the floor.
Cleveland again missing. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Barnett. This one for 3. The rebound by Allen. Outside Strus. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Here's Garland. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Monroe. To the middle. Here's Bradley.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
Back to Reed. No good there. Good D by Mobley.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Now here's Mitchell. Outside Strus. On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell just electric.
And while Mitchell is about 6'3", his wingspan is 6'10". That's what helps him finish.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Barnett. Here's Bradley. Inside. A shot to stop the run. Rejected by Mitchell. "50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Grown man point from Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Here's Lucas. Count it. Cleveland leading by 10. Here's Allen. Outside for Mitchell. Let's go with a three. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
New York foul. Earl Monroe. First personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the half.
Okoro. Javonte Green.
Pass to Okoro. Back to Garland. Here's Jerome. Tries it from 16. No good. Misses at the buzzer.
With the score.
That'll do it for the first half.
14.
Cleveland on top. They lead by 13.
27.
We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Monroe. Yet to see a basket. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
And the Knicks making a change here.
Into the lineup for New York. Dave DeBuscher. Walt Frazier.
Here's Barnett. Down low. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Assisted by
Lucas has got 6.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 10. And close on the shot, even with the foul. Now 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Tricky move by Mitchell with the pump fake, baiting the defender.
The Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell.
And he's good on the second. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Barnett. Here's DeBuscher. About a minute played here in the second half. His first shot attempt. Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end. You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Now here's Mitchell. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Here's Barnett.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
Pass to Garland. Yep, that one goes.
12
points for him.
and just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Barnett. Pass to Lucas. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Such long arms. Mobley is tough to do anything against.
DeAndre Hunter.
And so it's Mobley with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. Allen outside. The kick to Hunter. Mobley outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Mitchell with the ball. That's 16 points for him. And it's going to be a 24-second violation.
Now
they turn it over.
For Cleveland.
And Cleveland making a change here. Pass to Barnett. To the inside. Here's Frazier. Inside. Here's Lucas. Mobley grabs the board.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Right side, Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Here's Barnett. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Line for your Knicks.
That free throw misses.
Taking 2
So
shots.
both teams changing it up here. Good on the second one. The Cavaliers lead by 15. From deep, Mitchell. Rebounded by Frazier.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Jerome. 3-pointer. The rebound by DeBusschere. And they're on the break. Here's Frazier. Takes a 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Barnett's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. 17 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Down low. Here's Bradley. From down in the low post, it goes.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And more. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Cleveland leading by 10. Here's Jerome. Hunter up top. Back to Jerome. Got a piece of it. And the shot is good off the backboard. Jerome's got his first 2 points of the night.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Frazier. To the paint. Now Reed. Fires it from 18. Offensive rebound. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, PA.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Here's Jerome. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Okoro. Three-pointer. And Reed pulls it down.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Isaac Okoro. First personal foul.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
So he gets them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Cleveland leading by 8. Hunter on the wing. Outside Garland. Pass to Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. And Reed pulls it down.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Monroe with a bucket.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Big 3 right there, especially at this point in the game.
Back to Garland. Pass to Mobley. The kick to Hunter. Outside Strus. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Knicks trail by 5. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. To the middle. Back to Bradley. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. And the basket is good.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Pass to Mobley. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's New York. Right now on a 9-0 run. Here's DeBusschere.
2 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Reed. And he dunks it down.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? We'll have to see.
Time called here. The Cavs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chugging up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And they're going to count that bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Not many better late game right now than Donovan Mitchell.
That free throw is good for Mitchell.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
19-footer. The rebound by Allen.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he's still missing.
Good on the shot. And now a 6-point Cavalier lead.
Donovan Mitchell.
Making himself available. A little hustle and good positioning makes Mobley the option on the fast break.
Lucas lays it up and banks it in.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
.59 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Out to Mobley. Now here's Allen. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4. Outside Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Now Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. Back to Garland.
3-second violation.
Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Shooting for Cleveland, Darius.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
They say thank you very much. A gift point on a technical.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Mitchell with the ball. Right side Garland. From deep. That one is off. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Team foul.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was.
Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window, let it for the right price of two, yo. That's my right hand man. We out in Shabu, yo. Outside in Japan. Stripes running on me like Kluka. What's it to, yo? Introduce you to my new. Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window, these on trees, son. I swear that they switch. I just see them beats, son. Already, they say I'm on fire, like a 19th century witch. No snow on the bluff, though. Think I'm 50 Cent. I've been boom, you too. Let's be Bonnie Clyde, Sam. We gon' be like.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We'll see the New York Knicks and the Sacramento Kings. Pass to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ellis. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist.
The assist?
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Here's Lucas. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Here's Frazier. Pass to Bradley. Lets the three fly. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Here's Levine. They kick it out to Murray. To the inside. Sabonis. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Lucas. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Line for the Knicks.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
And he drops it first. And so he makes both from the line. Here's DeRozan. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Takes the three. Second chance effort. Sabonis right side. Back to Murray. The three is up. He drops it from range.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
Ellis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Barnett. Hauled in by the Kings. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
It seemed like coming into that game, they looked a little off, and they never really hit their stride.
Yeah, and that score got a little bit lopsided, so not the kind of effort that they want to repeat anytime soon.
New York ball.
Here's New York. It's a three-point game. Pass to Frazier. Here's Bradley. A deep three.
Defensively. You have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The deep three from Levine. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for New York. Pass to Barnett. Here's Frazier. 5 on the clock. From the high post. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Here's DeRozan. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
A case of DeRozan just wanting it more. Great persistence there.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
Your 916 Crew Dance Team.
And here are the Kings now. Outside Monk. Carter on the wing. Pulls it from the corner. And it's New York with a rebound.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And the shot by DeBusschere, no good. 1 for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Bradley, that's good.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Outside Carter. There's the 3. And another miss by Sacramento. The Knicks with the lead.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Frazier, first personal foul.
Carter with it. Still without a bucket. Here's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Pass to Reed. Here's Bradley. Monk covers. Bradley inside.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Knicks, Bill Bradley. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Second free throw, no good.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
Here's LaRavia. The offensive rebound. Back to Carter. Three-pointer. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. 2 points.
Frazier.
That one goes.
Assisted by
Frazier's got his second basket of the night.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than...
And it goes!
They got that one.
Gets it! Wow!
That's before the buzzer right there.
Your Kings.
Whoa! To heave to beat the buzzer.
11.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Kings ahead. They're up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, for the Kings, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Here's Bradley. And the bucket is good. Bradley's got 7. And it's Levine with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Fires from deep. On the wing, Murray. Tries again. Back to Levine. Clock at 6. From the line. The rebound by DeBusschere.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Sacramento now. Shot from the wing. And another miss by Sacramento.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Bradley misses. DeRozan, left side. Pass to Levine. On the wing, DeRozan. The Knicks with the rebound. Levine with a steal. And Levine throw it down.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Here's DeBusschere. The rebound by Murray. And Levine throw it down.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Jackson. Can't connect from 14.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Back to Levine. Lets it fly. Pass to Sabonis. Outside for Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Ooh, Levine with another miss.
2 minutes remaining.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Now a timeout by Sacramento.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change, and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So both teams changing it up here. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of this one. Carter from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. .143 left to play in the second quarter. Wide open look. And Lucas gets it to go.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
That'll be a 5-second call.
New York ball.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Barnett. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From 13, it's deflected. Outside Monk. Back to Carter. Pass to Monk. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The one thing Monk is known for is that vertical.
Here's Barnett. Here's Monroe. Down low. Barnett's got his first 2 points of the night.
The assist.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Back to Carter. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
New York ball.
.17 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Lucas. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Over to the wing. Carter from outside. Oh, what an incredible end! And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. New York out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Frazier. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Frazier's got 8 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
To the middle. Here's Sabonis. Pass to Ellis. The three is up. It's hauled in by Lucas. New York leading by 3. Fires it. Offensive board. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from being close.
Here's Levine. And it's New York with a rebound. Knocked loose. Pass to Barnett. Here's Frazier. This one for 3. Here's DeBuscher. Here's Monroe. Sinks it from distance. And it's an 8-point Knick lead.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Murray, no good.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Frazier. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Outside Murray. To halt the run. Rebounded by Frazier.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
First team.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Shooting for New York, Jerry Lucas at the line for 1. Knicks substitution, Phil Jackson, Bill Bradley.
Knicks leading by 9. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Oof, he's had a dismal second half, Kevin. He did a great job getting the ball to his teammates and working it around in the first half, but the second half, not so much.
Here's Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Ellis has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good move.
Up top, Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to DeBuscher. He shoots a 3. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks.
Substituting on the court.
And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Knicks. Right wing. Here's Monroe. Fires in the triple. Monroe's got 6 points in the quarter.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
New York making a switch here.
Your Kings Youth Dance Team.
Kings trail by 10. Oh, they get a hand on it. And now the Knicks on the break.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes. Earl Monroe.
And it's Sacramento's ball. Back to Monk. Outside Carter. Fires the 3. And they get it back. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Kings foul.
All right, Grant, do you feel that non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. but I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
First personal foul.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality.
Going everywhere, but can't go rack for rack. I can't get too attached. I've seen this before. It's way too exact. I'm ballin', I'm dunking like Shaq. New girl won't treat it like my last. They love my fashion. They love what I'm in. Check the score. We was just down 10. I told coach, put me in the game if you wanna win. This real life, it's not no game, we don't pretend. To the front, 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 to the back, 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 to the back. Let's go, come on.
plug me in? Tell me what I gotta do.
Anderson here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sideline, we've got Allie LaForce.
And I'm going to give them some tough love. There's no cohesion out there. Seemingly no sense of purpose or will to win. And you see it in their body language. It is troubling.
Gobert. And he banks in the layup. And both of these teams stand excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Brian, look, there's two hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort. You can't do anything without it. But also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all five guys on the floor.
The wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Here's Powell. Here's Harden. 6 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block. Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started. Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Harden. Averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. He buries it from 3.
Pretty incredible just how great a shooter Kawhi has become. Really one of the best in the league.
Gobert, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And Los Angeles, another 3.
I just love the ball move.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Randall. Powell with a steal. Here we go. Outside Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Here's Edwards. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. The Clippers lead by 5. Powell outside. Pass to Harden. From deep three-point land. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
.105 left now in the first quarter. Here's Simmons. Oh, misses the dunk. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Fires, high post. The rebound by Eubanks. Here are the Clippers. They've got a 13-2 run going. Pass to Bogdanovich. And stolen by Edwards. Left side, DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. The Clippers lead by 5. Right side, Jones. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And so Reed nails them both. James Harden, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Coffey. Coffey's got his first basket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Kicks it out to Clark. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Bogdanovich from long range. The Timberwolves trail. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Reed. And he hits it to tie the game.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
Here's Simmons. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw, no good for Simmons. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Here's Conley. And it's good for 2. Conley's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Batum's shot is off. Minnesota with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Reed, good. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not easy inside there for Reed, but he made something happen.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Clark. Out to DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Clippers trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Shot by Leonard, no good. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 12-4 run. Now here's Edward.
Wow! Man, what a move by Edwards. That was phenomenal.
Left side, Harden. Pass to Powell. Leonard for 3. And that 3 is knocked down by Kawhi.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
Up to Powell. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 4. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Pure from three-point range. Harden's got 13 now. 19 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Now Gobert. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense. The contact, not enough to bother Gobert at the rim.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Clippers trail by 5. Harden surveying the D. Leonard right side. For 3, Powell. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Yeah, nice read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand.
I got no reflection, made a living off bars, I need no correction. Grinding out, gotta stay patient while you outside, we on staycation. Like ain't no player for real unless you play making. I take the chances you hate taking. Dog, I'ma go West Craven. I'm at the safe haven. They play with my name and I can't take it.
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus. And even while sleeping, be thinking so woke. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city Leia, and I'm Obi-Wan, got a mission to pass, I just might be the hope.
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider. Me, musta got bit by a goat. I used to dream as a kid I would grow to be one. I hope that I inspire hope for you to go get what you desire most. Spit fire, I was just flying coach. Y'all thought you were sick, you were misdiagnosed. I'm dope and you never had this. Now my state's in the building and that I slept on more floors than the Empire State Building. I got so many stories, but I hate ceilings. Ain't filling your top 5 favorite rappers, so I know they about to be with me. But this to me is a mystery. How rappers I've already ripped could be higher up on a list than me. Yet here I sit on your list though at 5. Wish though it's fine, but just know inside to me the hilarious. So when I get this though and by a pioneer who is one of the reasons why I am here, they tell me I should just let the go and slide. Melly Mel shouldn't get no reply. That man is a legend, so am I. Yeah. And anyone else who thinks it'd be wise and easy as pie to beat me and tries can treat me just like they can. Stuck up, but I never conceded. Whenever ever retreated, you never seen it. Every dream that I ever dreamt, I exceeded. Seem at my legacy, I definitely did. Controversy, I always fed on. I need it. Treat it like a truck hit a head on. I meet it. I get on a beat, and it's like that. I got a Tiger song is playing in my head. I repeat. I've been knocked down so many times, can't count. Sometimes does not pan out. That's just the way that the card hands dealt. John Manziel, odd man out. Heavyweight war to Scott Van Pelt. I can't help but feel like a victim of, 'cause I am about to get that. Way beyond crazy, shady gone, but hey, maybe I'm the GOAT, the bitch on, and baby Tron, and that's why they be on it, they be on, 'cause
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus, and even while sleeping, be thinking so woke. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city Leia, and I'm Obi-Wan, got a mission to pass, I just might be the hope.
It's going up. Get rich. Get rich. It's going up. Get rich. It's going up. Get rich.
Mad money popping off the register. It's going on. Man, this metaverse bankroll.
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Here's Towns. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Steady from behind the three-point line, Halliburton is someone you rely on to knock down a few threes.
Pass to Bridges. Outside Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. And Turner with the block.
A ferocious shot blocker, Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Halliburton on the attack. Driving to the basket. There's the 3. Hart pulls it in.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Here's Halliburton following the bucket by the Knicks. Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Turner, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Hart. Nails the wide-open jumper.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's Nembhard. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
Assisted by
Nembhard's got his second bucket of the night.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Towns, left side. And he banks in the layup. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Halliburton. Down low. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
What a throwdown. Siakam making sure no one gets in his way.
Hart from long range. Pacers with a rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Now here's Halliburton. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Nembhard, good.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Turner. Tries again. And it's Indiana scoring again.
I just love the ball movement.
And here's Brunson. No made baskets yet. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Pass to Halliburton. Now Turner. Back to Halliburton. To the inside. Nice shot by Turner.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
To the left wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Jalen Brunson at the line. 1 shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
How about JB? Jalen Brunson, since that free agent move in 2022, really raising the level of his play.
Pass to Robinson. Right side, Brunson. And that's not going to go.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Indiana ahead, leading by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Now here's Matherin. Got a piece of it. Robinson with a steal. Outside Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent, and lately he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots, it's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Now here's Anunoby. Very solid offensive production, averaging 18 points a game.
Good work from the interior. Anunoby is a smart player, and he loves to capitalize down there.
Here's McConnell. Yet to see a basket.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough. This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Both free throws, good from Brunson. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Siakam looking it over. Pass to McConnell. Back to Siakam. Outside Mathurin. Outside for McConnell. Fires from deep. The Pacers again can't hit. And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. Trailing by 5. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
Now here's McConnell. 9 points for him in his last game. Siakam. Back to McConnell. And the bucket is good. McConnell's got his first points of the night.
2 minutes. Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
Another shot. And there's a nice layup by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And the Pacers making a change here. McBride with it. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. 5 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. Up and in on the layup. Anunoby's got 6 points.
They're really working the paint now.
24-23.
Pass to Siakam. Halliburton for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Left side McBride. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Now here's Halliburton. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. The shot by Nembhard, no good. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Halliburton. To the middle. On the wing, Nembhard. From deep. The Pacers again can't hit. It's stolen by Halliburton. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Knicks out in front, up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
Here's Towns from 8 feet away, drops it in. Towns has got 6.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Halliburton outside. Back to Mathurin. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Mathurin's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Anunoby. Three-pointer, Bridges. Counted from distance.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Halliburton outside. For 3, Mathurin. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Towns. The rebound by Turner. Halliburton on the wing. Outside Mathurin. Halliburton surveys the floor. Just 5 to shoot for the lead. And it's Mathurin missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, BA, isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty and they don't give up.
Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. McConnell outside. Pass to Shepherd for the lead. Towns with a rebound. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. 2-point game. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul.
Substitution for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard.
Towns, left side. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Nembhard. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. On the wing, Matherin for the lead. Gets the 3 to fall. Matherin's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Pass to Walker. Back to Matherin. The 3. Towns with a rebound.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Brunson misses. Indiana trailing here. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
That one goes. Count it. Towns has got 12.
36.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
Out to the wing. Pass to Matherin. On the wing, Nembhard. Beyond the arc. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Walker pulls down the board. Pacers leading by 3. McConnell, right side. Outside Matherin. Back to McConnell. The kick out to Walker. Nembhard, right side. This one for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Bridges. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. He's got 5.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Well, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
38.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Indiana ahead. They're up by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Indiana leading. Halliburton with the ball. And it's Robinson picking him up. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
So it's the Pacers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Achua with a steal. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Open shot from Brunson. And it's New York scoring again.
That's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
Here's Nembhard. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Left side Achua. Brunson looks it over. For 3. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Indiana calls timeout. At this point in the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
All over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
And Allie, thank you for that. New York trailing to the paint. Here's Robinson. Back to Brunson. And it's Brunson again missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Halliburton with the ball, and it's Robinson picking him up. Poke loose. Pass to Halliburton. Launches it. Achua with the rebound.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Robinson with it. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Bridges misses. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They lead by 1. Pass to Nesmith. Back to Halliburton. 6 to shoot. And Nesmith, here we go. And a two-handed jam.
Great decision from Tyrese Halliburton. Understands when he should look to set up his guy.
Outside Achua. Now Bridges to the left side wing. Now Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Achua gets the bucket.
Really stepping up here. Great job, Precious Achua.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And a big round of applause for your Knicks City Kids.
So both teams changing it up here.
City Kids.
Halliburton outside. Up top, Nesmith. With the floater. Good on the bucket.
That's from
Nesmith's gotten 4 this quarter.
And Halliburton just sees the play before the play.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's Hart. The rebound by Nesmith. Over to the wing. Back to Halliburton. Nembhard outside. And the 3 off target.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, misses the dunk. Here's the break. Pushing it up now. Kicks it out Towns. Back to Bridges. Yes! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Wow, Turner just going off, stepping up and getting it done for his squad.
It's stolen. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Nembhard. "19 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside for Halliburton. Shoots over Hart. No good. A bit long that time. Here's Brunson outside. And he drills the triple. Inside. Here's Turner. Oh! Gets the game winner to fall.
Wins the game with nothing but zeros on.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. Came up in Inglewood, with her mama was her daddy. And when I'm in the Midwest, she say holla at your family. My dog paid me that taste like candy. My dog out laying them law, he ain't breaking none laws out. Southside still in the car, still in the car, still not the car. No, start hold up, I got a call. Said that I'm a cool cat. Dad tell him I'm a top dog. Roll up when I let them outside, but you doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot. I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my, it was just us. Up drive, hop in my ride, pat me that. On the west side, on the 110, swinging. Let's spill, spin a few crumbs. Smoke, young, no, too much. Spaceships, fake boat, Kanye, young, don't stay too long. Big truck, big wheel, big rock, them probably hate my guts. Tryna gain my trust, but it's all out lust.
Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce.
The way they've played, I don't think anyone wants to face this team right now. They've been playing beautiful basketball during this streak.
Yeah, they've garnered a lot of attention here. It's been an amazing run coming together, and as we know, just playing unselfish basketball goes a long way for a winning team.
Karl Anthony Towns.
And he gets it to go. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Harden. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Towns can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers' ball. And now just over a minute played here in the first. The shot by Dunn, no good. Down low. Here's Anunoby. And stolen by Leonard. The baseline J. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Done outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Here's Dunn. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Pass to Anunoby. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
They won both of their meetings last season. You love to pull that off against another powerhouse.
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too, with both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
Harden. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Anunoby's so reliable when it comes to putting forth that kind of effort.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Brunson. He's scoreless. Outside Hart. Knocked loose. It's Hart on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Pass to Leonard. Now Powell. The 3-ball. And the Clippers miss again. New York leading by 4. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Zubac. Leonard for 3. The shot that time not on target. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Knicks up by 4. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
It's Harden penetrating. And Harden with the slam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
James Harden.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
New York,
and guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
No, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Here's Harden. And it's Brunson with the rebound. It's deflected. Here's Powell. Tipped.
Well, more than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
They get it back. Here's Anunoby. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Free throw's good from Anunoby. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Eubanks gets the bucket. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Pass to Bogdanovic. Right wing. 4 on the clock. The shot by Eubanks, no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, B.A., that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Jones from outside. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Pass to Towns. .146 left to play in the first half. Pure from three-point range. Towns has got 7 points.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Here's Jones. And it's New York with a rebound. And here's Brunson from the arc.
Foul, Knicks.
Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage. dancing. She bop like a, I'm like a candle. Up in the car seat, hold it for ransom. Want her back, better call me. It's whatever. Buying a at the party. Fly, looking dummy. I'll probably get. I look like I'm money. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep. Way I slide in that coupe, boy, I keep that pump. We done went right there all the way to the sun. Get in the pot, get like a. Why would I keep her? I never went under. I just went and gave to my brother. But then I open the supper. Why would you keep a little sucker? Why would you keep a little? Ride the hallway, rock the bus. Walk my house, look like. Walk in, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite, pull the out the pantry. They fly, they looking dummy. I probably. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the but they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side and I keep it. If I gotta reach up, I'ma keep it. But I got a TV, huh? That boy like a BB, huh? You don't see me, huh? Push it like see me, huh? Why let won't be me, huh? When I'm creeping, huh? In the genie, huh? Cause you saying I'm, huh?
So please watch your tone when you talking to me. Conde Garçon, Converse on my feet. Yeah, I just ate.
Greetings. Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Chicago Bulls. Here's Garnett. Pass to Johnson. Here's Garnett. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Puts it up from 15. That shot off the mark. From deep, Giddey fires in the triple.
Yeah, the ever-evolving jump shot of Giddey looking better by the season.
Here's Hassel. The shot's good.
Trenton Hassel.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. The three. Cassell with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. Here's Garnett. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Ball right side. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The offensive rebound. The three is up. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
They get it back. Garnett rips it home off a terrific move.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB, physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Garnett. And that one drops. Garnett got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Man, the defender really went after him.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, Kobe White.
White hits them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Sprewell. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Garnett. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Pass to Sprewell. Lets it fly. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Vucevic's shot is off. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. To the middle. The jump hook. Garnett, that's good. Give him 8.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Back to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Pulls up, high post. Sprewell, no good.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more often times than not.
Pass to Buzelis. White with it. To the paint. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Buzelis. Shot clock at 5. Up top, Giddey. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Ball no good. Here's Cassell. There's the drive. And he converts the layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Inside. Pass to White.
Timberwolves foul.
And Minnesota making a change here.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Ball.
No
points yet. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Vucevic lays it up and banks it in. Minnesota with the ball. Pass to Garnett. The 3 is up. That one doesn't drop. It's all tied in Chicago. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The Bulls 14. The Timberwolves 14.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Ball with it. He's scoreless. Here's Williams. And that misses. That would have put him up. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Minnesota shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
At the line for the Timberwolves.
And the free throw, no good.
Shooting 1.
Here's Hoiberg to the inside. Garnett.
Kevin Garnett.
And he throws it down with one hand.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And we have seen Ball add some muscle over the years so that he can power through that contact.
Pass to Garnett. Down low. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Garnett's got 12.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Herter from long range. And Olowokandi pulls it down. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Garnett. He's got 12.
Garnett.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Hoiberg. Pass to Garnett. And stolen by Williams. Collins left side. And here's Herter. Sends it home from three-point land. Herter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Zerbiak. Right wing. Here's Garnett. He's got 14.
Kevin Garnett.
It's good. Garnett's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
The kick out to White. Here's Ball. Rebound Minnesota.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Zerbiak shot is off.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
White for three. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Hoiberg. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. White drives in. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Pass to Garnett. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
White on the wing. Takes it inside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And Chicago has possession, following the score by Minnesota. Right side, Williams. Outside, Herter. From downtown. That one no good. And Minnesota has possession. Pass to Garnett. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. Out to the wing. Here's White. Ooh, a two-handed power slam. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Good work there as it goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Cassell. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Chicago ahead, leading by 1. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And the Bulls call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
Sam Cassell
drains the triple. Cassell's got 5 points. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Buzelis. Over to the wing. For 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Sumu outside. Three-pointer, Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
and the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
To the inside. Vucevic. Outside Jones. Knocks it loose. By himself. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Back to Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. Fades back. Rebounded by Johnson.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Pass to Garnett. Back to Johnson. In transition, here they come. Here's Buzelis. The Bulls with another miss.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Pass to Vucevic.
2 minutes remaining in the
to the middle.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Here's Garnett. On target from range. Garnett got 24 points.
I just love the ball move.
Back to Jones. Looking to end the run. That's good on the jumper. Minnesota leading by 7. Pass to Zerbiak. Here's Garnett. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. That one goes. Count it. Garnett got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
The shot by Buzelis is no good.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Up top, Vucevic. On the wing, Jones. Let's go with a 3. He drops it from range. Jones has got 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Bulls trail by 6. Fires the 3. Rebound Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Here's Garnett. Can't connect. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Olowokandi. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Cassell misses.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Buzelis. From 13. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hassel. Here's Olowokandi. Collins defending. Clock at 6. Here's Cassell. 2 points. That one goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Timberwolves ball.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And it's good. 2 points. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
The kick out to White. Herter from long range. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Shot's good by Zerbiak.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
That one falls.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Poke loose. Stolen by Ball. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Cassell. Inside. Olowokandi. Knocked away. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it.
Substitution for the Bulls. Nikola Vucevic. Josh Giddey.
Bulls trail by 9. Got it.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Pass to Madsen. Here's Cassell.
2 minutes
to the paint.
In the game.
Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Madsen's got his first bucket in this one.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
To the wing, right side. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
And that's a promising shot from Buzelis.
Ball with a steal. To the middle. Here's Buzelis. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's been in the league long enough that late game moments do not scare Nikola Vucevic.
Here's Cassell. Pass to Zerbiak. Takes a 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
.03 left to play in the fourth. No good that time. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Chicago with the ball. And he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Talk Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Pass to Zerbiak. Here's Madsen. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Here's Hassel. He's guarded by White. Money!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Irvin Johnson. Kevin
And
Garnett.
Minnesota has possession.
Latrell Sprewell.
They've led by as many as 11. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Chicago foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Giddey. First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Sam Cassell.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Buzelis. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 5. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves,
he gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. From deep, Giddey. Not going to go that time. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA...
I'm known for the Maybach truck. Double R with the factory rims. I got the 90, the years, the version, the bribes, I'm really a threat. It's got to the point that I don't even care. I got jewels in the safe that I don't even wear. Bro, I do it for some shoes and some clothes. You'll see what it'll do for a necklace. Right, you look like a spider. It's crawling $1 on just the accessories. She made me want to go harder. I like a whole aura. I think I'm obsessed with her. Birthday, the worst way. He had a wish. I get right under their skin. I don't even try. I guess I can't help it. I'ma have love for bro for life. We talk or not, I step with him. Of course you could beat me at talking. Ain't no back and forth until we catch up with him. And making the opposite mad. I done fell in love with it. You can't sell fish with a cute one. Bank account look good. It's a new one. You the type like the type on computers. Got a mask, but he ain't no. Top 10, but she don't act bougie. Me and your friends, you can go to Aruba. Get friends, it depend on my mood. Maybach van, this ain't no Uber. We could go ban for ban. We can go M for M. Mama got a body like Kim and them. Mama been killing that gym. We can go watch from chain to chain. The rings on him. I done got rich, but I'm still with it. Land in London and go to the ends. We could go ban for ban. We can go M for M. $250,000 for the Maybach truck. Double R with the factory rims. I got the 90, the years, the version, the bribes, I'm really a threat. It's got to the point that I don't even care. I got jewels in the safe that I don't even wear.
Yeah. Bizarre. Yeah. I came a long way from lunch trays and eating rice. Phone ain't got no service, I'm on a PJ. Went from $50 to my name to 50K a night. Wanna with a big Zod, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I wanna take you to the 60th floor and in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby, I'll pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rentals, nothing less than 5 or 6. Deep ain't ballin', be on the beach. Ice on, I'm outside. Pockets full of cheese. Fresher than Febreze. Smelling like Febreze. Head to Celine. Real solid street. It's in my eyes, boy. Come and get in with 2 slippery, change your life, boy. Yeah, I'm screaming till they free the guys. Me in the game, cause I'm starting 5.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We'll see the New York Knicks facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And so off the tip, it is New York. Here's Lynn. Rejected by Holmgren. Now here's Hartenstein. And that one's good. Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Here's Lynn. Misses the jumper from the wing. And Williams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And stolen by Holmgren. Chalk up 2 there.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Pass to Anthony. No good with the triple. Dort outside. Launches it. It's rebounded by New York.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Wide open. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, what a transition for Chandler. He comes into the league as a quick, skinny guy. Now plays with power.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
2 shots. First one falls for him.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Lynn. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Got it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Knicks trail by 6. Tipped away. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Driving inside. Pass to Holmgren.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Six to shoot. Now Holmgren. Fires from 14. The rebound by Chandler.
And guys, you have to be careful in how you guard Smith. He's so good at drawing contact.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
New York. J.R. Smith. 2 shots.
First one falls. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Smith hits them both. And here's Gilgeous Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. It's deflected.
One of the great rim protectors really over the last decade or so. Chandler just twice on the pipes on that one.
And the layup falls.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
2 shots.
He does not get the second one. Thunder with a lead. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. It's blocked.
Well, tremendous instincts and great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now here's Wallace. Outside Gilgeous Alexander. Wiggins outside. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. To the paint. Here's Stoudemire. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Anthony. Pure from three-point range. Anthony's got 7 points in the game. Now Gilgeous Alexander. 6 points for him. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. Both free throws good from Gilgeous Alexander. Here's Lynn. On the wing, Anthony. And stolen by Caruso. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. New York out in front. They're up by 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for New York.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Thunder trail by 4. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Terrific rim protection, impacting the shot.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Lynn. The Thunder making their last shot. Pass to Jeffries. Anthony outside. He shoots. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. So it's Oklahoma City now. Williams from long range. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Lynn. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And stolen by Williams. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And that one's good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. And it's Holmgren missing. Knicks trail by 3. Pass to Anthony. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
You know, I'm not sure people give Melo enough credit for his ability to create space with the dribble.
The kick out to Williams. Outside Joe. To the left side wing. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Lynn. To the inside. The ball's knocked loose. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. The shot by Dort, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And Wallace, here we go. He gets it in there. Wallace has gotten his first points in this one.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Boy, once he gets the ball in that close, you've already lost. Anthony will find a way to hurt you.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Carmelo Anthony at the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, that's an interesting point about Carmelo. One of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Toward outside. From downtown. And the three-pointer goes. Dort's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, nice rise and fire from Lou Dort.
Three-pointer Anthony. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Pass to Williams. Back to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. And another 3 from Oklahoma City.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Caruso. Wiggins, no good.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Oklahoma City foul.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1.
At the line for the Knicks.
And he can't get the first one.
As we're seeing, missing free throws can become contagious. And now they're trying to work their way through this.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to Wiggins. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Dort on the wing. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
I just love the ball movement.
Poke loose. Stolen by Caruso. Outside, Williams. Wiggins, right side. Williams' shot is good. And now a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Fields. He got got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Stoudemire. Knocked away. And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Offline with a 3. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Lynn. Knocked loose. And stolen by Hartenstein. Dort with it. Now Holmgren. Here's Williams. The Thunder with another miss.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Oklahoma City foul.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Down low. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, huge wingspan, even for that center position. Chandler can throw it down from really anywhere within a few feet of the rim.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, well, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Oklahoma City calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Outside Joe. Off target from three-point range.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Thunder leading by 8. Outside for Dort. There's the triple. Anthony grabs the board.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
And it's good. 2 points. Davis has got his first 2 points of the night. And the Thunder call time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
It's Hartenstein, high post. Outside for Dort. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Outside Joe. Clock at 6. Back to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Over Smith. Ooh, stolen by Smith. In transition. Ooh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 53 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Stoudemire. Ooh, Williams with the block.
Knicks foul. Baron Davis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 39 left in the third.
They have the lead, but their three-point game hasn't been as effective as it was in the first half.
Knicks substitution. Mike Bibby.
Ooh, it's stolen away. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Jeffries. And the layup is good off the glass.
Assisted by
transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Joe with the ball. Pass to Wallace. 5 to shoot. To end the drought. The rebound by Stoudemire. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Jeffries. Covered by Joe. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pass to Novak. For the lead. Hits the trifecta. Novak's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Stoudemire. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
They're really working the paint now.
Here's Caruso. Still without a bucket. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Knicks out in front. They're up by 1. All right, we're going to step aside.
35.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Davis has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They lead by 1. Smith outside. Out to the wing. To the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Soft touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Out of bounds. It'll be Knicks ball.
Knicks ball.
New York leading by 3. Here's Davis. Great D that time from Holmgren.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
This is a high-character electric guy. Chandler is a guy who will influence everyone around him in a positive manner.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
He couldn't sink them all, but did just enough to make this a two-possession ball game.
The Knicks with the lead. Some room here for Anthony. New York, no good that time either. Right side, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Right wing. Outside, Williams. Up and over Smith. Williams misses. New York leading by 4.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Dagnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Dort. Takes it inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, Lou Dort off the deck, that powerful frame on the drive. Don't mess with him, boy.
Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Williams. Williams on the wing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's New York now. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points.
It never ceases to amaze. Melo makes putting up big numbers like this look so effortless. What a performance.
Now here's Holmgren. Takes a 3. Davis with a rebound.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
They get it back. Here's Stoudemire. 2 points. That one goes.
Just terrific vision right there from Smith to keep the ball moving for a score.
2 minutes.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Left side, Davis. Shot clock at 6. Anthony with it. Watched by Wallace. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Let them hear you.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. They trail by 6.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
Smith outside. Pass to Anthony. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this slump.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver. Big Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Inside. Here's Davis. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 2. There's 25 seconds left to the fourth quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Wallace. Shoots over Davis. It's off.
You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should.
Good.